What is up? Welcome back to another video episode of the news. It is Monday. It is Monday. It is Monday.
Wrong call.
Monday. So let's get into the news. Now remember, if you're a member of the channel, you get that special shout out every week. You also get access to exclusive content, early access to other content, and the ability to vote on upcoming content. Now, as this is the last news video of July, I'll be posting a poll for the end of August review, so feel free to vote on that poll. Now there are also some members that have been members for over a year, so their names will be presented here. Thank you to all of you guys who have supported me for the last year plus. Appreciate it very much. If you can't join the channel, completely fine. Just like the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel as well. That helps out a bunch. And without further ado, let's get into the news. So beginning, we have the film wrist shop that looks like they're doing a giveaway. So you want to check that out on Instagram. The details are there as well. Basically just follow them, tag a couple of friends, repost something or another, and you have the potential to win 3 rolls of their Cosmo 250D film, which apparently is the anti-halation film, not the remjet film, so it could potentially be developed in C41, which is very exciting information. Also on Instagram, I saw some updates from Silver Grain Classics, the company that is partnering up with Jeff Bridges to bring back the Widelux. The video they posted, I believe 3 days ago, shows a video from a while ago of a developer designer working in CAD to create a digital mock-up of the Widelux model. In the beginning frames of the video, it looks like they might have some kind of physical mock-up of that, at least the chassis of the system. I'm not too sure as to where they're at with the internal components, but still, that is good to see because I feel like it's been a while since we've heard from them. So an update in a positive direction is good stuff. To another thing I saw on Instagram is a product that is new to me, but not new in totality, and that is the Smartlab Enlarger system. Silver Grain Classics actually featured their product on a relatively recent video. Enlarging system that you can use with an app. It's supposed to kind of consolidate and simplify darkroom enlarging setup. If you're interested in affordable, compact to a degree enlarging systems, I would check out the Smartlab 35. 2 reviews I want to lightly touch on, and I encourage you to check them out yourself if you're interested. But we have a review of the I'm Back product. Now, a lot of you may remember this as the thing that you can put into a film camera to make your film camera digital, marketed as being basically a film canister with a sensor. Then it came out that there was a processing unit that had to be added to the bottom, making the whole design very clunky, and it's a micro four thirds sensor, so you're not getting the full frame version, you're getting a small fraction of it. The video in question is very fascinating. I've not seen too many I'm Back reviews, and the tech channel that did it is more of a general tech channel who does a lot of other stuff. So a lot of the people viewing the video weren't film photography people per se. It was mainly just like average people that like this channel. So the feedback was actually very fascinating because there's a lot of like, what is this for? What's the point of this? But beyond that, we also had a comment from the I'm Back people officially saying, hey, listen, just doing our thing, okay? A lot of people were like, hey, you released it, so it's fair game as far as we're concerned. Review video kind of goes over the fact that this is not designed to work with every film camera out there. You have to have a specific film camera, which could again provide more difficulty. My favorite comment though was somebody pointing out the fact that for considerably less than the $800 price tag of the I'm Back, you could purchase a pretty decent old DSLR. It's actually designed to shoot digital, full frame, and have better results. Examples like the Canon 5D Mark I come to mind. We have a review for the Reto Pano camera coming at you from PetaPixel. I'll link the article down below if you want to check it out. It was a very interesting read as well because it began with the reviewer hoping for an affordable version of like a X-Pan or a Fuji system like that because it's a panoramic camera, then realizing that that's not actually what this is. like I've mentioned many times before, it's just a cropping mechanism, so you're actually losing a lot of film. And the funny thing is, not even funny I would say, but just the intriguing thing is, due to the cheap plasticky nature, the crop lines that come down aren't even. They were a little bit off kilter, so the reviewer had to crop in even more, losing more detail and more frame, but to get it to look even. Not to say like I told you so or anything, but it was kind of nice to have my suspicions be confirmed. However, again, it's a $30 product, so you know what's really to expect here. That review is out if you're curious. He's a little bit more generous about it than I feel like I am. So if you want to hear a maybe a little bit more optimistic and well-rounded perspective from somebody who's used the camera, I encourage you to check that out. But if you want to move on with your life, then I also understand that completely. Speaking of which, we're going to move on to the new tariff information. We have an update from the Japanese tariffs, which it looks like they're being lowered to 15%, which is, lower than what it was. We're also looking at tariffs for the Philippines and Indonesia at 19%. Now, the reason I mention this is because, as you know, cameras come from Japan. Some are developed in Indonesia, some are developed in the Philippines. So those costs are going to be forwarded unto you, the consumer. There was a report that I read the headline of that came out a couple of hours ago from PetaPixel that shows Fuji is increasing their price of their cameras to negotiate the tariffs. You could be seeing that, and it might not be really in relation to the actual tariff percentage. So it says 15% tariff, but they might raise the price a little bit more just because with how volatile the situation has been and ever evolving. It could be 15% today, it could be 20% tomorrow, who knows? An agreement doesn't really mean as much, so I would say go forward with caution. They go into effect August 1st, but I believe the price raises are happening currently, regardless of the tariff's actual implementation, and we'll just have to kind of see how it goes. But not great news on that front. I have some good news, though, which is new lenses from Lomography. Continuation of their Petzval lens design. These are the Art Series lenses, releasing in 55mm, 80.5mm, and a 35mm, f1.7, f1.9, and f2 respectively. $599 for a lens, all three $1548. Looks like they're trying to ship in August or sometime around there. The lens mounts are for RF, Z, and E-mount Sony, so not really film mounts, more I guess designed for modern digital stuff. I don't know if you've got a new digital camera out there, these lenses are for you. Oh, moving on, we have a few bits of news here, I think. Let me see. Got like a really bad bullet point list here, so yeah. Good stuff. Technically, I guess we can say three things. Brooklyn Film Camera was selling some Fuji FP, fucking instant peel apart film over the weekend. I believe they've either sold out of it or it's no longer on sale. Unclear, really. I remember seeing that on Instagram, so if I can find more information, I'll put it up here. Then we have a second channel update. Yes, I have a second channel. It has been dormant for many moons, but I put a new video out there, so check that out if you're interested. I'll link it down below and up there. It's a pretty good one, not the best, but I am hoping to have some more stuff out there in the coming future, so make sure to subscribe to that channel so you don't miss out on those upcoming videos. They should be pretty okay. Finally, we have new-ish black and white film. This is a film from a London shop, Aperture Printing, and the hope of this film / developing formula is to evoke some black and white slide film, and the results are really astonishing. The film is called Euston 400. Euston, we have a problem. It's a 400 speed film that's kind of recanned Rolly 400, but the developing process, which was a project spearheaded by Alex Cole, has been working on it for like the last 2 years, it seems like, and it produces these really fascinating results of slide film. Great clarity, great texture, and overall a very interesting look that hasn't been seen in a while, because I think the last like black and white slide film was discontinued many moons ago. It's a very limited release so far as I can tell. I think it's just sold in store, and I think obviously they have to develop it all the same. I encourage you to check it out if you're curious. It's another one of those cool nooks of film photography that is being propped up by an enthusiast, so I'm always a big fan of seeing that. I guess Analog Wonderland is having a bit of a sale at the moment, but they'd also posted something in regards to the Harman Phoenix 2 flying off the shelves. So far it is at least a sales success, which is great to see. Also, again, check out John Mock Film's new video going over the results. I was genuinely quite impressed with the Phoenix 2 results, especially side by side with the Phoenix 1. It does look like it's an improvement of the stock, but I do feel like it's still in that kind of experimental phase. The night long exposure shots did show really good results, though I've got to say I was pretty impressed with how they turned out. So check that out if you want to. I encourage you to do so. Go subscribe, all that good stuff. It really would mean a lot. Before we get into the wrap up, we have a few shout outs I want to give. First, of course, is Colorful Analog Cameras. That is the best place to go if you want to customize your film camera. There's a wide variety of stock, interesting designs, and very affordable prices. Go give her likes, follows, all sorts of support on the social medias. I would appreciate it. She'd appreciate it. Also check out Reveni Labs, best place to get camera related products on the internet. The Luma light meter is shipping, so make sure to pick one of those up if you're interested. And he has a whole site of very high quality products to select from, so check him out there. And finally, we have the app with frames. This is a great way in which you can track your analog photography in a digital media, making it easy to just type things in on your phone, what film you shot, how you shot it, where you shot it, all kinds of good information so you can keep track of your addiction. I encourage you to download the app, or at least check him out on social medias, give him a like, a follow, all that good stuff. Tell him I sent you. And that concludes the shout outs for today. So let's wrap up the news really quickly, and then I will see you guys next week in August. This year is flying by. So first off, we have a giveaway from Film Riss Shop. Silver Grain Classics has released some new content on their Widelux revival project. We have the Smartlab 35 Enlarger. We have reviews for the I'm Back and Reto Pano. We have new lenses from Lomography. We have new Tariff updates. We have a new black and white film. The Analog Wonderland is running what appears to be a pretty decent sale on film. So that's pretty much it for the news today. Remember to subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff, so you don't miss out next week's news video. There should be some stuff to talk about then as well. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it as always, and I will catch you all on the next one.